What is up, YouTube? It's Criminal here. MK1 is coming out in pretty much, I don't know how long, 3 days, 2 days now, I don't really know, really soon. So I wanted to make a video saying goodbye to Mortal Kombat 11 and just making an ultimate review of it. Because we're gonna move on to MK1. And yeah, let's just go on with this review, and I'll talk about the strong points and the ups and the lows of this game in my opinion. And just what it did right and what it did wrong. So just pop into this real quick. Now, first of all, one thing we gotta talk about, the maps. Right? The maps in this game are absolutely beautiful, really. The maps are just gorgeous. In general, the entire animation team just did a spectacular job with this game. Animation in this game is actually as good as it is in MK1 in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's so good, it's actually unreal. Really. This game came out in 2019. This is insane levels of animation. And a huge, massive jump for MKX. Alright, now, let's talk about some stuff I liked and didn't like about this game. Now, the first thing, the biggest flaw of a Mortal Kombat 11 in my opinion, the movement in this game was very, very bad for the duration of its time. Like, look at this. Even if I wave dash, like, try to wave dash. When you do it good, it works, but look, the walk speed specifically, not fast, right? The walk speed is trash, really. And wave dashing is fast, like they fixed it, but back then, that was the speed you could dash in, this one. Now, when... Oh, what is this? They changed it. What the fuck? Sorry about that, I haven't played since the... Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Never mind, just... God damn it, man. I'll just cut this shit. There we go. What the fuck is this? What did they do here? Oh, I see now. Now, the problem I had with dashing in this game, like you had Sub-Zero and characters just throwing projectiles all around. Now, how are we getting in? Like, you need to do something like this. It's not really practical, right? Like, you can't get in. You have to do like this. And when people would throw around stuff like that, like, you've got this, people will do this, and then mix you up with this, and trying to close in wasn't easy, let's just say that. Oh, there we go, that's what I was looking for. You had them me doing ice ball, and you had them doing slide if they were Sub-Zero. So what that made, the thing that did was destroying this. Like, people were just doing this after this, and you couldn't know what they do. Like, to try to get in, you need to duck under the ice ball. So it's good. What the fuck is going on, man? There we go. Like, you had people just doing this all the game. Like, it's Sub-Zero. Spamming slide and mixing with ice ball. And you couldn't get in, really. If you were playing someone like Shao, you just had... with this projectile right there. That's all horribly slow. The game was just zoning, really, just zoning. You couldn't get in. You really couldn't. With the wave dashing, it got better. Like, you could do something like this and close the distance and then get some shit off. But really, that was terrible. The speed was horrifying. With the wave dashing, it obviously got better though. So that's something they fixed but it took them a while to fix it. Like it needed multiple patches to actually fix the movement speed, so that was terrible. Now, another thing we all know, a notorious trash mechanic of this game that really took a step down for MK9 and MKX is this. Not this, I don't even need to do that. Like this. There we go. Now, what the hell? I don't know what I did here. There we go. This shit. Breakaway. Horrible. Terrible mechanic. I don't know why the fuck they even implemented it. Really. Like, not to mention breakaway was terrible due to the fact that it just had... Breakaway was terrible for multiple reasons. First reason, you could actually punish it if you made a read. Now, that's decent, I don't mind having breaker counterplay, like counterplay to that, but specifically in Mortal Kombat 11, if you counter the breakaway, there's actually so much damage you got, like really, because the scaling just resets. So, let's say you do something like this with Shao Kahn. So excuse me, I didn't play for a while in this game. And I'll just put him in the corner to make it easier for me. There we go. Now you do something like this. That's obscene amount of damage now. The problem came when the breakaway was late in combos, really, when it came to crazy high damage. Like, if I just move myself to the percentage where I have fatal blow, because it happened many times. Like, many times you had fatal blow and your opponent had to break away to save himself, and when they broke away and you read that, they were fucked. So, I just do this. What happened to the volume here? What the hell? Oh, there we go. Now, problem again, let me just make him break away real quick, like just make sure. There we go, he's breaking away, he's good. Now, problem came when you did a long combo. Let's say Shao Kahn, did this. Sorry about that. You did Shao Kahn combo, let's say, and they just got back their breaker back. Bloody hell, man. If you read the breakaway correctly, we're just getting obscene amounts of damage, really. Like, I'm trying to get it here because I really didn't play for a while in this game, so I'm sorry about it. Like, if you punish something like that, that's not very realistic, but if it happened, look at the damage you got, like, really. And that, I did it multiple times online with Shao Kahn, like, look at the damage. That's something that's just fundamentally wrong about the game, really. Like, having the ability to punish someone that harshly for trying to break away from a combo is horrible. Especially when it's in the same combo. Like, Sindel is something similar in MK1, but it's really difficult to set up. In this game, you had characters that just had free armor breakers, like Shao Kahn, for example. You have this move, the down shoulder. Like, if the opponent was instantly breaking away like an idiot, they got hit by that. And then, God have mercy on their soul, the amount of damage they were taking. So that's the main issue with breakaway, but that's not even the main issue actually, that's a pretty minor one, the damage thing. The major issue with that was the fact that you couldn't do it if you weren't off the ground. Like, if you try here, you can. It's true, you can't really break away now. With Shao Kahn specifically, it wasn't that bad, but allow me to switch to a fighter real quick, I'll just transition it out, but... With me, that was a problem. And why was that a problem? Because characters like Johnny, like Jackie, these characters had the ability, have the ability still to combo and make you stay on the ground for a long time. Now, just losing the ability to break away because you're stuck on the ground is so stupid. It really is ridiculous. Like, why would they even bother making it like this? I really can't understand it. Like, with Johnny Cage specifically, like, he can try breaking away, but even his basic combo, you can't break away from it. Never. Like, allow me to do it. There we go. That should work now. Oh, I didn't. There we go. Now, you can only do it in the air. We've established that, right? Now, problem is characters like Johnny Cage. They don't leave the ground. Like, we doesn't have to leave the ground. He can just keep you on the ground. That was 30%, and you can't break away. You're actually screwed. You can't escape this. Now, the problem came when someone like Johnny. The problem actually is always where you have the resources to break, but you can't break. Let me just see if I can turn down the volume a little bit. It's very high. Allow me to check. Never mind. Now, with Johnny specifically, if you had resources like fatal blow shit, you could do something like this. Sorry, I tried to optimal one. I got greedy. I haven't played this game for a while. Excuse me for dropping shit. Oh my god, I'm trash now. Now, look at this, like, the damage is just obscene, really. You can break. 53% and you're just stuck here. That wasn't a realistic starter now, something like this would be more realistic. Something like this. There we go. That was still unbreakable, like, you get my point, like, it was just, you couldn't break. You really just couldn't break. It was stupid when you just have the resources, but the breakaway just doesn't work. Like, Johnny doesn't need to launch you if he doesn't want to. Like, if he wants to keep you on the ground, he can do just that. Like, his optimal route, he will launch you for optimal, but he doesn't need to do that. He can if he wants to, but he doesn't have to. Same goes for a character like Jackie. Like, they don't have to launch you. They can just do something like this instead. But if they want to launch you, they can. If they want to launch you, they can get some cooler shit, but it's not a must. So characters like them are always really powerful in this game because you couldn't break away from them. Like, look at this is crazy damage, but again, that's a situational combo, but even for your basic combos, you can just stay on the ground. And if they don't break, then the damage it was as well wasn't that bad. Like, look at this, that was pretty much his optimal route for one bar in this variation, and it's a 4% difference. It's really not that crazy. Now, that's another issue with breakaway. The third issue I have with breakaway is the fact that you can actually punish people for trying to combo you where you break away and you time it correctly. Like, just let me control Sub-Zero real quick, because I have an idea how to make him drop. Just, I record this and make Johnny do this. Now, if I time a breakaway correctly, look at this, I gotta punish. I gotta punish for him comboing. That is fundamentally flawed. That truly is, that's just fundamentally flawed. The game shouldn't work like that. I don't remember Sub-Zero at all, forgive me. But that is just a fundamental flaw in this game. Where you break away, you want to just get away from your opponent. Getting a punish for that is just stupid. Like, getting a punish and a combo of your own for your opponent playing the game is just stupid. It was annoying as hell. Really, I remember losing matches because Shao Kahn had shitty recovery on all of his strings. When his strings in general were trash. And just, it just suffered so badly from that. Like people would just time their breakaways correctly. And it wasn't hard to do at all. Like it was really easy to time your break, so your breakaways correctly. And when they did that, you were screwed. You couldn't do anything. So that's pretty much it for breakaway. I can't think of more negatives because pretty much everything about it is negative. There was no pluses for it in my opinion. It was just a trash mechanic. I'm happy they got back to breakers in MK1. It was a nice try to try something new, but if it's not broken, you don't need to change it really. So that's it for breakaway. Now, another problem with the game is combo potential. Like the combo potential in this game was extremely limited really, especially in the early stages. Like even with Johnny Cage, you see something like this, that's pretty much his mid-screen optimal. You see this? Not very impressive, right? Like there's not much room to show. When he has his fatal blow, Johnny specifically has a lot of style, really. He has a lot of stuff you can do. He had a lot of sauce, but Johnny specifically is not a good example, really, because Johnny was just swaggy as hell in this game. It was so much fun, like just like Shao Kahn. You never got tired of playing him, because these two felt more like characters from the old games, but allow me to think for a second about a character with no combo potential, really. Just boring ass combos. No, Fujin doesn't fit. Fujin was absolutely awesome. There were many options actually, but let's go with you, Raiden. Like, I don't remember exactly what the moves do. I'll go with that one. Why the hell not? I mean, just same shit.
Sub-Zero. The Hourglass.
Now I picked Raiden because Raiden specifically had so limited combo potential. It was actually crazy. Like his combos out games, they just don't get crazy. They never get crazy. If you're on this variation or the one with the storm cell, it doesn't change. You need that quick charge on. Now, just to give you, if you want this move, you had to charge it with this move just to get a launcher. Like, how stupid is that? Really, just having to do something so severe for just to get a launcher. Now, you had some cool stuff in the corner, but mid-screen, you had nothing. You had nothing. What did you have? You could do this. That's pretty much what it is. 7 hit. Like, what could you do? You could do nothing. And even if you got a crushing blow, I haven't played this game in a while, really. Now that's the optimized version. You see what I'm going here. Like the combo potential was all horribly limited in this game. Like some characters push the boundaries of what makes this game what it is. Like some characters are really different, but characters like Raiden, like Jade, was just strictly a zoner with no other stuff. The combo potential was so limited. It was horrible. Like you had no style. You got bored of playing them really quickly. It was just horrible. Like Kotal Kahn, a top tier in this game for his broken command grab and his crazy good range of strings, but Kotal too, he has no combo potential, just none, and that was the main problem people have with MK11. Like you just figured out stuff really quickly. There was not potential hidden here, not like MKX where you have like a million different combo routes now. I'm gonna say something that is a hot take, and I'm pretty sure most of you will disagree with me, but I like this game more than I liked MKX. MKX in my opinion was too broken, but that's something to another day. But MK11's combo potential was just horrible. Like even with characters like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, if he wasn't in the corner, the combo potential was just terrible. And if you compare it to something like MK1, you can see they made a big improvement, a very big improvement. Now another bad stuff. I'm gonna cover everything that's bad before I go into the positives, because there's a lot of bad stuff to talk about. Now another bad thing. That's again, I don't know. That's merely personal preference, but it's my video, so I'm just gonna go with my personal preferences here in this one. Just the roster. Like, I dislike this game's roster. Really, there are many characters I don't think should be in the MK11 roster. Many characters here just aren't good enough, and there are many better options to be in the actual roster. Like, first of all, main problem, they absolutely blueballed us with letting us play against Cyrax and Sector in the story mode without letting us actually use them. They even made them a moveset and all of everything. Given it was a carbon copy of the MKX moveset, but still, like, if we go base roster without DLC, who do we have here? I'm just gonna go with them one by one. We had Shao Kahn, who was the pre-order bonus, the most fun character in this game in my opinion, so he is a fucking W. And first playable appearance of Shao Kahn, unfortunately, he was low tier for the entire duration of the game, almost. At the end, he was like mid tier. He was so much fun, really. My favorite in this game. We had Frost. I'm kinda meh on Frost, really. I dislike the whole cyber robot shit. I liked him more as a human. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Frost. I mean, Frost, decent, I don't mind her. Jax, an OG, a god. Everybody loves Jax. If we're gonna have just a regular dude here, Jax better be the guy. So Jax is a great inclusion, really. Now, except for Jax, that's really a hot take in my opinion. Like, I don't know if many of you will agree with me, but the special forces specifically, I don't find them very entertaining. I really don't. They're just, all of them are soldiers playing with guns. What's the interesting stuff about them? There are so many characters you could put instead of them. If you're gonna do guns, at least make it be Aaron Black. Like, Aaron Black got the cowboy shit, he got his gimmick, he got the stuff to go for. But what does Jackie have? She's Jax's daughter. That's it. Really, that's literally it for the character. She's just not interesting. Now Raiden, of course, that's a given. Raiden is amazing. Baraka, amazing. Noob Saibot, amazing. Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I'm not even going to talk about them. The gods of this game. Jade, I don't mind Jade as a character. I think she's meh, really. She had some interesting interactions with Kitana, but as a gameplay, she was a major disappointment. Just the most brain-dead zoner I've ever seen in a Mortal Kombat game, except for him. But that's for later. Now Kung Lao was awesome. He should be in every game, in my opinion. I love Kung Lao. Kitana, Liu Kang, of course, the main character. Cabal. Cabal was fun, toxic but fun, so I don't mind. Kano is Kano. Having an Australian is never bad. Scarlet, take it or leave it, I don't mind. Devora, fuck you, get away, die, disappear, vanquish, be gone. Kotal Khan. Love this character, but they disrespected him so much in the story, I can't even look the man in the eyes at this point. Like, he loses everything. And where the fuck did him and Jade become a couple? Where did that shit come from? So yeah, Collector was a cool guy, cool jobber, really cool gameplay wise and design wise, so I don't really mind them. Giras, I love him. Giras is my favorite new character ever introduced in the Mortal Kombat game. At least in the NRS era, like, he was just perfect. That's the biggest high point of this roster for me is Giras, because except for Shao Kahn, making Shao Kahn playable makes up for many of the shortcomings of this roster. Now, let's talk about DLC roster, like the characters they added on DLC. I'm not gonna cover everybody gameplay-wise, because the video will be literally 24 hours long, but I'm gonna briefly go over all of them. Nightwolf, very limited combo-wise. Very, very limited combo-wise. Decent character throughout the game. Awesome character, really. Amazing voice acting. Great character model, great special moves look-wise. He just looked amazing, and he has the best windscreen in the game, like the Wolf Howl. Best windscreen in the game. If you didn't see it, watch it. Greatest one by far. Now we had you. Now we have the pre-order bonus for MK1. We have Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung was amazing, really amazing. With his breakaway counter move, with his ninja shape shifting, it was kind of like, oh, we needed to make up for the ninjas not being in this game. Like, we didn't have Reptile, we didn't have Smoke, all the guys we love, all of the ninjas. But he came up with the shapeshifters training. What is that? Yeah, there. Where he has the entire ninja squad, and it was just so cool. So Shang Tsung was a W. Joker, amazing in this game, really. He was so cool. Very, very strong and very, very frustrating to play against, because he was so good, but he's so cool design-wise. special move wise, voice acting, everything about him was perfect. Spawn, I don't even need to tell you how amazing this guy was. Honestly, from my personal opinion, the best guest character ever in Mortal Kombat. I think if any guest character ever returns to a Mortal Kombat game, except for Kratos, Spawn needs to be the one. Even above Kratos, actually. I love Kratos the most out of any video game character, but Spawn is just amazing for Mortal Kombat. He should be in the base roster. Now, after that, there was Combat Pack 1, wasn't it? Like, who else will we have? Oh, I forgot about you. Fuck you. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Cetrion. A worse and more overpowered version of Jade. Never return, I hate you. Yeah, that's pretty much it for her. Then we have the Aftermath expansion, I believe. Yeah, I think we do. Oh, and he had Sindel. Sindel, if you watch Sikander, you know everybody hated Sindel. The cartwheel bullshit, he was just toxic as fuck. Annoyance, pain in the ass to play with. Making her evil was the stupidest twist I've ever seen in my entire life, really. The whole point of the character was that Shao Kahn corrupted her, so... I don't know. In the new game, she seems like she's in a close relationship with Shao Kahn. I don't mind if General Shao and her are a couple or shit, I don't really mind it. But making her evil after everything she's been through in the Mortal Kombat universe, before it was retconned in MK1, just stupid. I never understood that. I couldn't understand the character here. Gameplay wise, she had some cool stuff with certain variations, and that's something I'll get into later, but she wasn't really that interesting. She really wasn't. She was just toxic. Now, the Aftermath expansion, the weakest DLC that is hard carried by Fujin. Now, we have Shiva. Shiva was just, the stomp was so broken, nobody even bothered to try the character other than just spam the stomp in this game. Because the movement was so terrible, it was impossible to evade the stomp. Like, games like Injustice 1 and MK9 had more broken versions of the stomp. And like MKX Go had a better version of stomp, but because of the crushing blows that Shiva had on her stomp, it was just stupid, really. And the movement being so bad in this game made the stomp unavoidable. You would just spam it. Like a player called Titanium Tigers, I believe, he just won a tournament by spamming stomp. That made them nerf it, really. Now, Robocop, I think he also dropped in the Aftermath expansion. He was just terrible. I was expecting so much more, but they just made him your typical Cetrion, Jade-ass, zoner type. Really cool to see him in a Mortal Kombat game. His brutalities are the most brutal brutalities I've ever seen in any game. Really, he's just brutal beyond belief in his moveset. And he has some really sad interactions, but I love the character design-wise, moveset-wise, but I just dislike his gameplay. Like, making it just a strictly his own was such a missed opportunity, instead of just giving him like a launcher with a rocket missile or something. So, he was very boring, I never really bothered playing him. And now we have the Crown Jewel. This guy hard carried the entire game for me. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now, I think. There were how many characters? One, I'd give you two. I forgot to mention Johnny Cage. He was just amazing in this game. One of the high points as well. Like 1, 2, 3. A borderline Joker. I don't even gonna include him. Like 4, 5. He was fun as well. Very broken, damage-wise, but fun. That was 4. That was 5. What are the standouts we have here? Liu Kang was meh. Really meh. We talk about stuff like 6, he was amazing. The shame was shafted and trashed the entire duration. And 7, like in this entire roster, we only had 7 I found particularly fun to play. Really, these were the characters I gravitated towards in the entire game. Like everyone else was just boring, and you could throw in those firework codes. Why the hell not? It was fun to. He had fun combos, but the game had such limited combo potential, and the characters were so one-dimensional that it made them boring, really. Only 8 characters out of this entire roster were actually fun to play with, is my opinion. Like, Frost is actually, also fun, actually, so you can throw Frost in as well, but... Anyway, going back to where I was, Fujin, he just hard carried this game. The variation name. I love Shameless, man. His videos are so entertaining. Now, I'm gonna go into Fujin just because Fujin was one of my mains along with Shao Kahn. Fujin was so much fun, man. He was the only character that felt sort of like an MKX character with his mobility options, with his combos. They actually had an infinite when this came out with this move. But yes, combos like this. This was just fun, really. It just had so much cool stuff. You never got bored of playing it. Well, I'm not gonna go into detail too much about it. I just wanted to show that combo because I just love to do it even to this day. It was just so much fun. But regardless of that, Fujin was just amazing. He carried this expansion pack completely on his back. Man was just carrying everybody here. This one and this one, they were just disappointments, really, gameplay-wise. Fujin was so much fun. Everybody played him. Everybody. Not only was he broken and extremely strong, like top 3 character, he was so much fun to use, man. Maybe not to play against because he was too strong, but he was so much fun. And really, one of the high points of this game was just playing Fujin. It was so much fun. I forgot about Arnold himself. Now, I was disappointed they couldn't get Arnold himself to voice him, but I understand Arnold is a famous man, a busy man. Of course, they couldn't get him, and really, it's preference of the actor. They can't do anything to just make them. But the Terminator, I love this design. Of course, it just looks like Arnold. His special moves were awesome. Gameplay-wise, I didn't really go too fond of him. He's a grappler type character, but his combo potential was so limited. I didn't really get too attached to him. But if you set it up his cool combos, they were really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Terminator as well. Just now we have the most shafted character I've ever seen in a Mortal Kombat game. I was so angry, man. Really, he is the worst character in the game, arguably. Either him or Melina, both came in the same pack. But Rambo, he was so cool. They got Stallone to voice him, and they made him absolute dog shit quality-wise. Like, it was pretty fun to play as not anything spectacular. I'd put him in the same spectacle I put someone like Frost. But he had so many cool references to the movies. He has the gun special, he has the claymores, he has that, the full bar, the Comengra, but he was shafted, man. He was absolutely trash. And that was so disappointing. I was trying to run him all the time, but if you run into an actual good player using a good character, you couldn't use him. He was terrible. He was really terrible. He was just not good. So that was just disappointing. But Rambo, overall design-wise, everything else-wise, except for being trash, he was awesome. Melina, she was trash, and not like Rambo, she was also boring as fuck. She felt just forced because her fandom are a bunch of crazy bastards, and they were threatening to like blow up Netherlands studios, I think, if they didn't include Melina. And they didn't give them Melina, but they just trolled them a bit by making Melina dog shit. And the second worst character, or the worst character along with Rambo, she was garbage. Meh, never played her really. I didn't even bother picking her up, she was boring. Now we have him. Just like, it's pretty much a Fujin case here, only the fact that Rambo is much cooler than Robocop and Shiba, but Rain was just meh. It was just boring. No, what am I talking about? Rain was awesome. It was like Fujin. It was also bad. Like, this entire combat pack consisted of really low tier characters, but Rain was so much fun. He had amazing moveset. Like the animations were smooth as hell. He was flowing just like water he uses. It was awesome to play and use, and man, he was another high point of this roster. Again, it was fantastic. So yeah, overall this roster, if I had to scale it from 1 out of 10, I'd give it a 4, a 5 maybe. A really low, a really trash roster really. Like compare it to something like MKX even, that doesn't have the best roster out of NRS era. Like compare it to MK9 and MK1, it's not even a comparison. MK1 is an amazing roster. Like MK1, I'd rate it like a 9, a 9.5, even a 10 maybe. MK9, and MK1 really can get a 10 in my opinion. MK9 has more iconic characters, but MK1 speaks to my soul because it has Havoc. And I just always loved Havoc. Havoc and General Shao is playable and all of these characters. It was just... MK1 is a very powerful, good looking roster. So just moving on from monster shit, like another bad area of this game. Just let me just go in and just do some stuff so we don't get bored from this shit. I expect you might have gotten bored already because I'm just talking in there, but that's really what I wanted this video to be, just
stock villain.
Me discussing the stuff I didn't like about this game and the stuff I liked.
Death clock.
So yeah, moving on to another thing. Another thing that really killed this game in terms of potential and fun and just depth was the variation system. Variations aren't inherently bad. In MKX they were awesome, as you could see. It just gave you like a completely different character every variation you take. But in this game, it limited everything the character can do. Like with this Shao Kahn, I just those moves, I chose this move, and what are the moves? Oh, this guy, the trash move that never works, but gives you this crushing blow, so combos. But variations really ruined this game's combo potential and the potential of characters in general. Like you had moves, and on top of variations, like another bad thing was just banned moves. They banned certain moves from match for no apparent reason, like Rain's wave dash move. It was really cool for combos, mobility, everything. They just banned it for no apparent reason. I never understood why they did that. Like, why the fuck would you ban moves? Just let people use them, who cares? And now, the variation system, the main problem with that was just special moves weren't as... They weren't as rewarding in this game. Like, you take a look at these moves. Not to mention you had the slot system. You have three slots to slot in special moves of your liking, and like certain moves, certain special moves took 2 slots for no reason. Really no reason. There is no reason for a special move to take more than 1 slot. I really couldn't understand why they did that. Like, I love the option to build your character in multiple different ways, like in multiple combinations, but it was so limited because the moves themselves don't do much. Like, all of them are just really one-dimensional. Like, this one just a launcher and an armor breaker. This one just a combo finisher. Just I never understood why they even make a variation system when your moves, when the special moves themselves aren't even that complex. They aren't complex at all. You don't have like stances like Sonya's military stance from MK9 or just crazy powerful OP moves that need to take 3 slots or entire slots in order to be used. But yeah, so the variation system didn't work. If it had moves like in MKX where the move gave you so much stuff, then I could see it working. But moves here were very straightforward. Like, you just had a move that does some one goal. It wasn't complex in any way. I wanted to talk about another thing here. Right, variation system. Moving on from that, we have the meters, like the offensive and defensive meter. I really don't see the point of making 2 separate meters. Stupid, really. Like, if you're gonna break your way, it should cost you your offensive bar. Like, breaking a combo is really, it could change the game. It should be expensive. They gave me pretty much like a free option. And there was another shitty option I didn't like, was the... I don't even need to do that actually. I can just make him roll and wake up. Where is it? Get up mode on. There we go. Roll. Now this shit. For some reason you could grab out of it, and some characters had crushing blows that were attached to that. And crushing blows gave you like 50% damage, like Rambo's command grab. If you got somebody with this, they were absolutely fucked. So yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind. Another option that was pretty much useless in most situations was this one. Like, oh, it was just as a name here. Whatever that name is. Why would you do that? Why do you do? What's the point? It was pretty much useless. Like, if you saw that one coming and you read correctly, the opponent was just getting punished for no apparent reason. Like, if you blocked it, punish. If you jumped it. Not this one, maybe if you jumped preemptively, this one. You got a full punish from a jumping too. So, yeah, as you can see, it was just not a very good option in general. Like, the entire defensive bar thing was really not good, because breaking away should take away a lot of things. Really, breaking a combo could change a game. It's not something that should be taken lightly. It's something that really could change the direction the game is going to. And they just made it free here, because the breakaway itself is trash, instead of just making it consume your meter. Like, if they just kept it, the game having 3 bars, it would have so much more combo potential. The breaker system would be much better. and much more balanced, and it would just be much more fun. So yeah, I really can't understand why they even made 2 bars in general. Like, one thing that was nice about it was the defensive bar was the one you consume to do whatchamacallit, to do the stance cancels, like canceling other moves, canceling other that, but that thing should be free. So I really don't understand why even make this. So the defensive bar was pretty much useless. So yeah, what else do I want to talk about? Gameplay wise, before I move into some other stuff. Like, yeah, we have the crushing blow system now. The crushing blow system makes for really cool shots, like really cool looking shots. But first of all, for YouTubers that are monetized, it's a nightmare. And second of all, just having your entire combo system rely on a specific attack that you can't get most of the time was terrible. Not to mention you had characters like Giras that could get 3 back-to-back crushing blows and just kill you, like 33% each and you died. So that was something I didn't like. The fact that you could do stuff like this, just the crushing blows were so rewarding, it was actually crazy. This one is not really an example because it's cheap, but let me try and get it. There we go, this one. Getting it was pretty much impossible. If we did get it, like, I dropped it on Crash, sorry. If you did get it, like, the damage you got was just obscene. Look at this shit. Like, just look at this. What the hell is this? Really, what the fuck is this? And like, it also made for the only character that actually deals well with the with the crushing blow system is the character I'm fighting against right now, which is Spawn. Spawn has this move, this one. And now this move made crushing blows actually fun, because if you set it up, you get them unconditionally, so you could actually get some cool combos if you don't drop them. So yeah, you had stuff like this. If you got the combo off with this guy, he just went off. Whatever, you see where I'm going to get. And another thing that was terrible, like, how do I make him go there? There we go. Like this crushing blow right here. Oh, I need him to be close to me. Distance close. There we go. This crushing blow, if you got it, it just did so much fucking damage. It was actually stupid. Look at this. So that's pretty much a throw leading to 48%. Why? Just why? I really can't understand why even make that thing. Like, another thing is like if I put it on easy crushing blows to just remove the conditions real quick. Like, oh, I didn't press X. Oh, it should be player 2. Why? Why do you need one move to do 33%? I really can't understand why. For certain moves like this one, where if it swallows the projectile, it's a crushing blow, that's good. Like, just giving it more potential, I don't mind that. But moves like this, moves like, not that, where is that move? Son of a bitch. Come on, that move. Why do you need a low projectile that does 33%? Now, again, it's a counter style move, so that's not a very strict one, but the main reason I hated crushing blows was this. People were spamming uppercuts in this game. They were mashing the living shit out of uppercuts. And now why was that bad? Because you got so much rewards for landing this shit. Now this isn't a real combo, but some characters could get stuff like that. Actually, why do I even bother? Just let Shao Kahn just show what I mean. Where is it? There we go. This one. Like, if you get a down to crushing blow with him. Sweet God. Oh, you could actually do 3 of those. You can. Whatever. Just someone like Shao Kahn, look at the amount of damage he gets. Now again, this, oh, it's easy crushing blows. So I got this. You couldn't get it actually, but this move in general was just stupid. Really, like the uppercut crushing blow. You can get 55-60% from landing this move. They was so easy to spam. Like you just mash the shit out of this thing. And you could actually just use it as a punish tool, because any eye attack that the opponent whiffed and you punished it with an uppercut, you got that. So that's just stupid. Why? I really don't understand why you could get such high damaging combos and just landing this crap. You really shouldn't. Like a character like Jade players were spamming the shit out of uppercuts. That was how the game looked. They would just do this the entire match. The moment you attack them and you stop attacking, immediate uppercut, like instantaneous shit. So yeah, with Jade specifically, with every other character too, just a move that is that spammable shouldn't lead to that much reward. Now another thing, just crushing blows play the center stage in this game's combos. Like if you didn't crushing blow, there were no combos really. And because of the fact this game was extremely strict when it comes to... Oh, it resets because I reset the entire thing. Yeah, because this game was extremely strict when it comes to crushing blow conditions, like just let me show you this. Like this one, let's say. Shao Kahn is not a good example because he has crazy good combos even without this shit. Like even without his spending bar and crushing blows, you can get stuff like this. And if you get to the corner, shit just get good. But so yeah, Shao Kahn is not a good example because he has combos always. That's the highlight of this character. Shao Kahn feels more like an MKX character than anybody else on this roster, really, because he actually has because he actually has meterless launchers. He has the damaging moves he can do. He actually felt like a fun character because his combo potential didn't rely on one single attack. And the main problem people had with crushing blows, it was very justifiable, was just the amount of stupid damage they were doing. It was just stupid. Like, I don't want to just spend too much time talking about this stuff, but how much time is I'm talking about? 47 minutes. This video is really long, so someone like Geras, he had so many crushing blows, and they were really easy to get back when the game launched, and he was the best character in the game. But you just get sequences where he finished the entire match in 5 seconds, like crushing blow, and you died. 35%, 33%, 35%. That's it, and you died. And again, the stomp, why was it so annoying? It had a crushing blow, 35% for free, a move you can't avoid, can't duck under, can't dodge, can't do anything about it. So that was the reason so many people hated the stomp, on top of it being just obnoxious and broken. So yeah, that's it for pretty much for crushing blows. Now, I'm trying to think, are there other negatives I want to talk about? I think that's basically it. Really, that's the noteworthy ones there. So I don't want this video to be 3 hours long, you know. I want to go over the positives real quick. Let's just pick Johnny because I love Johnny. Why the fuck not? Just pick you and pick you. This stage is beautiful, but regardless, if we're talking specifically about bad stuff, I think I pretty much covered everything about this game that is noteworthy at the very least. It was very limited, very beginner friendly type of fighting game, kind of like Street Fighter. Like the potential of the combos wasn't that high, unless you're using Joey. But never mind that. So yeah, positive. Now I talked about the movement that I hated it, but at the end of the game where they introduced the wave dashing back and they just improved the dashing speed in general. Backdashes are still shit, yes, but on this stuff made it back. If you got actually good, you had like MK9 style dashing, like where you could get in real quickly. So that was a good thing. That movement became good at the very end. I liked it more than I like MKX movement because MKX just had the run bullshit where you could just cover the entire string in 1 second. That was just stupid and annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Movement, it wasn't spectacular, but it was pretty good at the end. I'd say I liked the movement here, really. I really liked it at the end of the game because it allowed screen control to exist while also not making zoning completely invincible, so it was good. Now another thing. Crashing blows, I said I've hated them, but you have to admit, crashing blow combos were so satisfying to get. Like if you got a combo like this with Johnny, extremely situational, yes, but it was so much fun. Getting stuff like that was just so it was making matches really worth playing, really. It was so much fun to do. So that's another thing. Some characters have really cool combos they could set up. Now another thing, that's the thing I like the most about this game. How balanced it is, really. This game, you can take it as a bad thing, but you can also take it as a good thing. I think them trying to balance out the game too much made it so it doesn't have a lot of potential, but them balancing out the game made it so much less frustrating to play against. Like, go back to the MKX days, like if you played MKX, go back and imagine yourself playing against acidic alien again, where he was at his peak. If he touched you once, you died. Now I'm just gonna pause to stop the music for a second because I want to just talk about that, but that was the main critique I had with MKX. MKX just relied, every character almost relied on unreactable, unavoidable, unblockable 50-50 mix-ups that if you got hit, you were just dead. Now MK9 had the higher end of this shit, like MK9 had the unblockable, unreactable, unavoidable resets that just broke the game, but you got TODs. But in MKX it was just, at least in MK9 the touch of death combos were like consuming your resources and stuff. In MKX you just got a 50-50 into another 50-50 and the opponent was dead. Really, it was too fast paced for my liking. Like, you never enjoyed playing against your enemy. Really, like there were no characters that were enjoying to fight against. Everybody was just, it was too obnoxious. It really was. Now in this game, while it was limited, it wasn't as frustrating to play. Because you actually had a chance to clutch a game out. The game wasn't ending in like 10 seconds. Even if you got to a low position where like your health is in the shambles, Fatal Blow introduced the comeback potential you didn't see before in this game too much. Like in MKX it was very uncommon to see combos, to see comebacks really coming. Actually, what am I talking about? It was common. Never mind this. In MK11, I don't really know how to describe this in words, just the game felt more friendly. That's the best way I can describe it. The game felt more friendly and more accessible. Like MKX, you really enjoyed playing it, like doing the combos, doing the mix-ups yourself, but when you were on the receiver end, you just suffered. It was impossible. It was annoying. You couldn't play. In this game, because it was more limited, it was much more balanced. There wasn't the broken, obnoxious stuff. Even the best character in the game was, we say the best character. I think Cetrion. Like, she was an extremely broken zoner, but at least she wasn't insanely strong up close as well. She was one-dimensional, but she wasn't very powerful when it comes to her combo game. So it balanced her out a little bit. Like, the characters in this game, the difference wasn't that bad. Like you had less 10-to-1 matchups like you had in 9-to-1 matchups like you had in MK9, MKX. It felt more like you could just pick your favorite character, go online and maybe win against any opponent you faced. And that's something I liked about this game. It was just very balanced. Now another high point of this game, of course, the animation. And we gotta give props to props are due. Animation is absolutely gorgeous in this game. Another thing they really did well in this game is just listening to the community. Like, that's something I really enjoyed throughout MK11. Every time there was a major issue, they went out of the way to fix it mostly. Like, except for a few exceptions, but like the movement, people said it was trash, they fixed it. Wasn't enough, they fixed it again. People said combo potential was too limited, they gave moves like Shao Kahn's back 3 to introduce some more fun stuff to this game. People were saying Stomp is fucking stupid. They were right. The devs actually took the time to fix it, so that was a high point for this game as well. And shit. Oh yes, another thing I want to talk about. The DLC. The DLC for this game was very expensive. I can't go over an hour, the video will just stop recording, but I'm just gonna... I'm gonna wrap this video up really soon. Just talk about it real quickly. The roster of this game, I said it earlier, I wasn't really fond of it, but I have to say the DLC roster specifically was really good. Gameplay wise aside, the roster itself, the characters were awesome. Like Fujin, Rain, Milena, Shiva, Robocop, Rambo, Terminator. Especially the guest characters. The guest characters are amazing, except for you. I'm not counting you, you are shit. But Joker, Spawn, Terminator, and Rambo were all a lot of fun. They were all really, really, really cool. So that's another high stuff for this game. No, yeah, I really can't think of too much positives to go around. I really enjoyed this game. I really do enjoy it. I enjoyed it and I still will enjoy it if I actually play it, but I'm probably gonna stop because MK1 is much better. Just MK1 is better all around. But this game has its highs and lows, of course it did. But main thing I can say about this game, it was more accessible. That's the main thing I liked about it. Like, I didn't play MK games seriously since MK Armageddon. Like, I was just 5-year-old back then, but I was playing it every day. I was having the time of my life with playing with my brothers, like, 'cause on the PS2. So that was a lot of fun. But I got back to Mortal Kombat in this game. Like, I just saw the graphics and I was blown away. I was just my 15-year-old ass was just... I saw this and I said, God damn, this game looks good. And I said, I gotta get it. And I did get it. And it's a very good introduction to fighting games, in my opinion. That's the main thing I'm gonna say about it, really. It's much more accessible to new players. It's not as obnoxious as the recent titles, as the prior titles, really. And I think the thing I really, really like about MK1 is that it learned from this game and from its predecessors in MK9 and MKX, and it combined all of them to make the game much more fun to play. MK1 for me, I can't tell it right now because the game isn't even out yet, but from the beta specifically judging it, from what I remember it, as I played it and I played a ton of it, MK1 was just amazing for me because it combined everything I enjoyed about the games. I have MK9 and MKX as well. I played them as well eventually, but I didn't play MK9 and MKX in their high points. MKX I played it a bit after MK11 came out, just wanted to try it because I saw people say MKX is so much better than MK11 and stuff like that. So I went into it as a more casual player. I wasn't that good back then. Eventually I got really good in MKX as well, but in MKX I got into the game and I really liked the combos. I could just lap shit for hours because the combos was just never ending. It was so much fun to do combos. But the game was just so obnoxious. I popped into an online match, I found a good opponent, and then just, if I guessed wrong, I died. And that was something I really didn't like about MKX. And MK9, I ran some sets eventually with a friend of mine who played it really seriously back when the game even launched. It was really young back then, but that never mind. And MK9, I found it to be much better than MKX in the area where MK9 had even more obnoxious and broken stuff than MKX, but you needed more in order to actually do it. Like, the touch of death combos, it required much more effort than they did in MKX, in my opinion. Where in MKX it's just 50-50 to 50-50 and you're gone. Don't get me wrong, MK9 was just as broken, but MK9's good thing was... the good thing about MK9 was just, it was so broken it was balanced. That's the best way I can describe it today. It was so OP in all ways, defensively and offensively, that the styles just countered each other out. See, that makes sense. The characters were so broken, even the low tiers from MK9 would be top tiers in any other MK title. That's something I really did enjoy about this. So MK1, what I love about this is with the cameo system being included, it brought back all the obnoxious and broken shit we all enjoy, and it made it so it's not very easy to set up, so it's not as annoying as an MKX, while also keeping the movement similar to MK11 and MK9. So you don't have the bullshit run from MKX. So the game just feels more balanced all around, and it feels like it has a bit for everybody. Every fan of MK9, MKX, and MK11 can find stuff he enjoys in MK1. So yeah, that's my MK11 review. I really like this fighting game. It deserves of the hype and the success it got.